What's up, friends? Today we're checking out the song残響散歌by Aimer. Aimer's a baller artist, just got hits on hits. This is the opening for Demon Slayer for the Entertainment District arc. We'll be looking at this song from the perspective of a producer and songwriter, so expect a lot of pauses to go over specific elements and to talk about the building of the song, the building blocks. Love it when we're starting out jazzy. Just a good jazzy piano sound. Coming in with those toms. Great sound with that tom hit. Has a slightly metallic vibe to the tom hit. Sounds really cool. Sounds like they're layering both organic and inorganic toms on top of each other to create a really full sound. And then that piano is just sounding great. I think it sounds like a real piano to me, and I think the recording of real pianos just makes all of the difference. I am a huge fan of the sound of the piano. Like, after vocals, it's probably my favorite instrument in general. It's just great and a really jazzy sound. I think that's one thing that Japan does really well, is this fusion of jazz and pop. You know, they find the perfect synchronicity, the perfect marriage between those two elements, those two genres. Great big choral opening, just getting us so excited, you know? They're kind of sneaking it in, have a little bit of horns going on, and then da 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 da. Super sing-alongable. You don't need to know any language to sing along to this because they're just saying da. They're just having horns blast our minds out with this little counter melody against that primary core melody. Has a little bit of a gang vocal style to it, but it's still really pristine, you know? They can tell they gathered them up together, but they were like, hey, you better hit it. You better hit these notes. You got female and male vocals in there. It sounds like this big party, and the Entertainment District arc fits that vibe. The vibe of the scenery and everything going on is very, you know, big, bold, flashy. Haha. So it's really fitting with what's going on in the anime as well. Great arrangement going on right here with the back and forth between the vocals and the piano. The vocals' busyness is never getting in the way of the piano's busyness, and the piano's busyness isn't getting in the way of the vocal busyness. There's this real nice back and forth. The piano's going so fast. This piano player is excellent. They're just jamming through, and it sounds awesome. We're bringing back the trumpets and the drums quite a bit. They're not as present here, really letting that vocal and that piano tune take center stage. We're hearing more chords during the parts when the vocal is getting a little busier. Still rhythmic, but not as in focus as when the piano's just jamming out in between those lyrics and in those more drawn out notes from the vocals. Great back and forth. Great arrangement right here. Bringing the horns in again. You know, the horns are starting to get introduced again. Coming along with the vocals, there's just such this great participation of all of the instrumentation with the melody. It feels like as the vocal melody is finishing off, the piano is continuing that melody. It's grabbing where that vocal melody left off and keeping things going, which works really well talking about what's going on in this specific season. There's a lot of participation between the different members. They're really starting to get in sync with each other in terms of teamwork. The vocals are taking super center stage at this specific moment, really bursting out. And it's just really great melody, and so you hear everything kind of back away, becoming more of atmospheric elements than front and center instrumentation from those keys, as well as the horn section. They're just more there to support, and we like them there. That's where they need to be for this section. It fits really well. It's a real big contrast from what we've heard earlier, where they're a lot busier. It's cool. And the drums even aren't getting as involved. We're not hearing as many fills. It's more just stuff to emphasize certain moments coming from the primary melody from the vocal. We're hearing a little bit of horns going on very behind the vocals, you know? They're harmonizing with the vocals at certain moments. There's also a little bit of activity from the piano, but it's so low in the mix. We've taken these things that were front and center in the mix and just dropping them back so that they can still be a little bit busy, they can still have a little bit of movement, but that movement's not getting in the way of the primary vocal. And then ending us out with that super catchy melody. Basically the same arrangement as the first time through, nothing too much bigger there, but it sounds even better now that we've gotten the full context of the song. And brings us into the show. We got this big, happy, intense, fun vibe going on, and we're gonna watch a brother and sister pair try to kill people and steal their souls and beauty by absorbing them in a super violent way. Love it. Love it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it's given you some insight into the song. Been checking out some of the songs from the upcoming anime awards, some of the nominees. If you've enjoyed this, you might enjoy my music as well. I've got a latest album with my band Jack Jack that fits this vibe, has a lot of that jazzy pop going on. That's called Decay, and that's right here. Also, check out my other anime reactions. You probably enjoy them. You might think they're cool. That's it. Catch you on the flip.
All the words you say that no one knows the truth.